Welcome, Capricorn. This is your reading for September 1 through to 15. It's a 12 card spread. Each card is representing your astrological house. In your first house, you've got the Hermit, Cap. So
Mhm.
the first house is your identity, your sense of self, your seed, your spark. So what this suggests to me, Cap, is that you need a little bit of time to reflect. And then once you've done some reflection, you can really shine your light out into the world. But let's get a little bit more clarity on this. What have you got there, Em?
So shining into the world, what you need to bring is this Ace of Wands energy. This card is potential. It's this offering, an idea that's coming through. It's very promising and light energy. So I'm wondering where that's emerging. Because it's in the first house, this is probably permeating through every card that will come up in this reading. So let's pay attention to that.
Lovely. So new beginnings, Ace of Wands. That's exciting, Cap. In your second house, Capricorn, your second house of values and how you're resourced and how you create your abundance, you have the Three of Wands. So what I'm getting there is that, so this is a card about of freedom, a call to adventure, bold, brave, new horizons. Is that your values, your second house values, and what you're resourced with, and how you can create your abundance, Cap, is really tapping into this call to adventure and brave new worlds. So that's how your abundance is going to come through. And it has to be married up with your values. So whatever you're stepping out into, make sure that it aligns with that. What do I believe? What am I all about? So yeah, let's see what our clarifier says, Em.
Yeah, so this card fell out as you were talking. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And in the second house of abundance, that's what she is about in terms of more yin energy. So, yin energy is connected to empathy, compassion, understanding, connection. And being Pentacles, it's about that wealth, and resource management. So, where can you kind of draw the energy more into your work? And how can you make this make money for you? Maybe you're in a nurturing role already, or maybe you need to bring that a little bit more into what you're doing.
Yeah, it looks like there's great potential for abundance there. Lovely, Cap. So in your third house of communication, oh, great. You have, this is a great card to have. You've got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is a card of conviction. It's also a card of boundaries. It's also a card of strong determination and perseverance. So if there's something that you want to communicate and it feels a little difficult or challenged, or what I'm getting here for you, Cap, is that you think that perhaps what you're saying isn't going to be received, or there's some risk around what you want to communicate. And what this card is telling you is have the courage of your convictions and communicate. Say what you need to say. You can say it with love, you can say it with compassion, you can say it with kindness, but whatever you want to communicate, this is saying persevere and
Mm.
communicate that. Say what you need to say, Kat.
Yeah. And the way that comes through is remembering that in this card, the Eight of Swords, you might be feeling hemmed in by your own doubt, and that's what actually needs to be opened up so that you can release the wildness within. I always see this figure here as this woman she's used to being free. She's a wild animal and she's caged. So how can you open the door to that cage and trust in yourself? Like in that card that came up in the third house, um, the bandage on his head is kind of signifying you've been through those battles. You know what you're capable of and you know how to get what you need. So trust in that ability to communicate.
Thanks, Sam. And just when you were saying that, the sense that I get is for you, Cap, it's also around what you're communicating to yourself. So there's a bit of a wounded warrior vibe with
Hmm.
both of the cards. They've been
Yeah.
through it. Um, and I think if you start communicating to yourself in a way that's really affirming and really validating, this is all about validation, communicate those self-validating statements or affirmations to yourself. It's going to really enable you to communicate whatever it is that you need to say. So really
Mm.
lovely, Kat. So now moving on to your fourth house, which is all about family and what's familiar and what feels like home to you. You have, Kat. Oh, beautiful, Kat. Look what we have here. This is lovely.
Mm,
You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's an offering coming in for you, and it could be around family and what's familiar. So, friends, you have friendship families, you have your chosen families. So there's an offer coming in for you around family or what family means for you. So the Ace of Pentacles is just potential. It's really what you do with that energy. It could be that familiar, what's familiar to you, family, chosen family, friends, if you have a friendship family, harnessing that energy could enable this to turn from potential into manifestation. So lovely. And what's our clarifier for that, Em?
yeah, this card came out. So the Lovers card, this is Gemini's card, but it's also the card of crossroads. Do you have to make a decision now? And what are you weighing up against one another to get to that place of, I'm going to use the potential of this offering? And like in the first house, the offering of this Ace of Wands, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Together, they are passion and resources. So fire and earth. How can you ground that energy, that fiery energy to kind of bring together some closure or a kind of some clarity around the decision that you have to make, perhaps to do with home or family or your chosen friends.
Lovely. Thanks, Sam. So, Cap, in your fifth house of creative expression, you have, this has been showing up a lot, you have the Five of Wands. So, this is a card of conflict or cooperation. It looks more conflict than cooperation to me. And showing up in your house of creative expression, just what
Mm.
occurred to me immediately for you, Cap, is you could potentially be getting in your own way. These guys and gals and whoever, they kind of look like they haven't quite got the dance going on, and they're getting in their own way and they're getting in each other's way. So it's meant to be, conflict or cooperation. It looks a little more conflicty to me. So I'm feeling like with creative expression, there is something that you really want to bring through, and you're getting in your own way,
Mm.
but the resolution to that is quite simple, Cap. It's just knowing from the previous cards, you've got it all going on. You've got what it takes. So just that little change in self-talk, which you had in your third house of communication, is going
Mm.
to allow you to move out of conflict. So conflict with self, oh, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Who wants to watch me, listen to me, whatever it might be, into cooperation with self and others. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you bring through. And what have we got for our
Mm.
clarifier, Em?
Yeah, how does that emerge? You've got the world. This is
Oh,
you
wow.
in your own card. So, this coming in the fifth house, it's about self-trust and knowing that you have the world, the world's your oyster. And I think that also connects a bit to, like you were saying, Fran, the self-talk. What kind of affirmations are you giving yourself that helps you continue forward? It could be something around, like, I've been through this before. I trust in myself to navigate this. I can be okay, even if things don't seem okay on the outside. All those kinds of ways of speaking to yourself that feel like they remind you of you're already in abundance. You just have to tap into it.
Thanks, Em. I loved that. And what just popped into my head when you were speaking is, the accomplishment of the world. So the world is a card of recognition and accomplishment in the fifth house of creative expression.
Mm.
Whatever you're working on, whatever you're trying to create or bring through, great success. So the world is your oyster. You're going to get a lot of recognition, and it's going to be highly, highly regarded. So beautiful, Cappy. So in your sixth house, so the sixth house rules work, it rules health and choices. You have this one. So our friends here are looking a little left out in the cold. So this card, the Five of Pentacles, it's really asking you, and this is very much in keeping with the rest of the reading, to focus on your strengths, and showing up in your sixth house of work. Focus on your strengths within your work. So not necessarily perhaps just your job, but the work you do in your friendships, the work that you do on yourself, all of your work. So that broader sense of work, really, really focus on your strengths is really the main thing I'm getting there. And what's your clarifier there, Em?
Yeah, and maybe this clarifier says how you can channel that through, if not through self-talk, another way. This fell out after we were talking about the world. So this is the Seven of Swords. There's something about reminding you, don't forget you can be tactful with how you approach things. This is research, it's about detective work. If you're feeling like you haven't done much of that already, maybe it's time to lean into that. Consulting a professional in the area that you're curious about. How can you bring it forward in a way that's informed and educated? And probably how can you talk to people who've been through this before, maybe connect with them and learn from their experiences? Mm.
Yeah, lovely, and really good tips on strategizing there.
Mm.
Now in your seventh house, Cap, of relationship. Wow, beautiful. Wish coming through for you, Cap. You
Ah.
have the star in your seventh house of relationship. So that's wish fulfillment. And the star also suggests that there's a light shining on you. So when we say relationship, it could be romantic relationship, relationship with self, but really we're in relationship with everything all the time. So this wish could be wish fulfillment around a romantic relationship. It could be a wish around a better relationship with yourself or whatever it is that you are mainly in relationship to. So a lot of positivity, a lot of positive attention and recognition for you, Cap. So be careful what you wish for because it's coming your way. And what's
Mm.
our clarifier say there, Em?
Yes, the clarifier says, oh my God, the Knight of Cups. So this is that it can be a knight in shining armor. It's someone that can appear like they've got exactly what you need at this time. And it's also a card of checking out, is this really true? Is it too good to be true? Sometimes even red flags can masquerade as like love bombing or like being super charming. So paying attention to what this energy is bringing through. Can you trust it? And all it takes is just some attention, taking things slow and not rushing into anything. Yeah, and seeing where it leads.
Looks like a lovely relationship coming in for you, Cap. But yeah, as Em says, just check it out. Always good
Mm,
to check. So in your eighth house of transformation,
whoa,
oh my
that's
gosh,
cool.
wow, we've got a double whammy in the same house, Knight of Cups.
Oh,
I think this might be confirmation that whoever is coming in for you actually is as good as he or she or they
mm,
seem. So there's
mm,
somebody very lovely coming in for you. There's somebody who is all about giving. They're great communicators. You can see that he's got little Hermes wings on his helmet. That's Mercury. Mercury is communication. So you've got a communicator here. There's going to be no games or second guessing. This is somebody who really wears their heart on their sleeve. So beautiful
mm.
relationship coming in for you, Cap. And I think it's going to be reflective of the relationship that you're starting to form with yourself and your higher self. It's all wrapped up. So super positive.
Yeah, yeah, and so transformative. And so that new relationship is going to emerge as another ace. So this is your third ace in your reading. The Ace of Swords is talking about truth. It's your inner truth. And how is this person that's coming in for you helping you access that better? I think that's true what you're saying, Fran, that this person is what they seem. And in fact, they're even helping you get closer to yourself, your identity, and what you're all about. So exciting times.
Lovely, Cap. And now in your ninth house, is that right, Em? Ninth house?
Yeah.
We have Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is very much about fresh
Whew.
starts, new beginnings, old stale ways of being and patterns falling away, like a breath of fresh air. So it's a little
Mm.
bit like, that those kind of cloud or air symbols that are surrounding that hand. It's a little bit like when a fresh breeze comes in and removes all of the old stale ways of being in your higher mind. So there's going to be some revitalizing around your higher mind, higher thoughts. So the ninth house is Jupiter, it's travel, it's expansion. So you are expanding into a period of brand new ways of seeing things. So really exciting, Cap. Let's see what our clarifier says.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there only two aces in this reading? Was I thinking of another reading with three of them?
To the best of my knowledge, I think this is our second ace. It's
Yeah,
pretty
right.
good.
So
Still pretty good, Cap. Two
I've got
aces.
I've got one ace here. the Ace of Wands. So when I said three, at the time it was still two, but then you drew another one. That's so interesting. That's
Ah,
so strange.
lovely.
So Ace of Wands, that came up as a clarifier for your first house, and how this is going to be clarified now may indicate how that is further manifested. It's coming up as the Three of Swords. So this card is all about how do you heal from wounding that's happened in a previous relationship or in relationship to yourself? What will enable you to take the swords out of your own heart? It's not necessarily about forgiveness, but it's about what will kind of channel a new perspective for you around the pain that came from whatever occurred before. And so the Ace of Wands is really like a new idea, a new passion, its potential. And maybe that will come through once you're learning how to unburden that suffering. It could be coming through, a way of seeing, it could be self-care, or it could be through your work or relationships. Just paying attention to where that feels most resonant for you.
Lovely deep healing. And just what I got when you were saying that, Em, is applying those concepts of the higher mind, the ninth house stuff, higher learning,
Mm.
higher ideals will really go a long way to healing. But the sense that I get is that that's the healing that you're moving through, and the healing that, that hard won healing is really what's going to bring through your manifestation. You are who you are, Cap, because of what you've been through and all of the healing work you've done. So really lovely. And now we're moving on to our 10th house, and you have, oh, this is a great one. You have the Eight of Wands. So quick success and really fast momentum in your 10th house of career, of what you contribute to the world, your reputation, your public face. So lots of success coming in for you, Cap,
Mm.
around your career. I think just go with the momentum. It's that's a really straightforward placement, and it's very you, Cap. So all of that hard work, you're really benefiting now. You're I would say reaping the rewards, and strong abundance is coming through for you, and lots of
Mm.
public recognition. So please enjoy it, Cap. Don't just kind of move on to the next task like the little goat that you are. Really stop and enjoy this quick success that's coming into you, and wonderful recognition. And what have you got for our clarifier there, Em?
Yeah, this card fell out. So it's the Four of Pentacles, our friend. It's stable, it's secure, it's standing firmly on those two pentacles and grasping that one. And then there's this one on his head. But I wonder if this is reminding you it's okay to try something new. You know what's secure and stable for you. And maybe what is coming in pretty fast and hard in this momentum card that you just had, the Eight of Wands, is about a shakeup. And sometimes that can seem really um, concerning. I wonder if the Tower card will emerge later on, but it's just about sometimes we need that insight to change things the way they've been going, to unstuck ourselves and to feel a newness. And that sounds like it's really coming through for you at the moment.
Yeah, lovely. What I get with that Four of Pentacles for you, Cap, is that this lovely, fast, forward moving momentum that's coming in for you, this quick success, the stability of the Four of Pentacles suggests that you can integrate that really easily. So I don't get the sense that there's destabilization for you. So yeah, really lovely. Thanks
Mm.
for you just brought that to my mind, Em. So
Yeah,
thank you.
no worries.
Um, yeah, always. And now we have your 11th house, Cap, of hopes and wishes, of
Wow.
groups. And look what you have. My, the magician. So you are going to manifest those hopes and wishes that reside in the 11th house. I think, Cap, that all of your hard work, and you are a hard worker, I would say, of all of the cards in the tarot, Cap is the hardest worker. And it's your time now just to sit back and really enjoy the fruits of your labor coming through, and knowing that, you know, you have the capacity to manifest whatever you put the work into, you're going to manifest it. So success, manifestation, put in the work, you'll see the results. Beautiful, Cat.
Yeah, let's see how you're
And
going to
what,
manifest that. Sorry, I just jumped in there. Um, we've got the Queen of Swords. So this is about truth. It's also about a bit of caution. having a hand out and ready to receive an offering, and also holding that sword steady and trusting in what you already know. So it's that real good balance of that sturdiness, the work that you've put in, and also curiosity about what's to come. The Queen represents that she's firm, she's not hesitating. This is something that's really clear for you at this time. So well done for getting to that point, Cappy.
Yeah, lovely clarity you've got, Cap. Beautiful. So in our final 12th house, wow, look at this.
Ah,
Three of
nice.
Cups. Lovely, Cappy.
I love
Card of
that card.
celebration. Yeah, beautiful celebration for you. Playfulness, the harvest. They're celebrating their harvest. They're celebrating their hard work. So I guess that was my little bit of concern at the back of my head, Cap, that you might not take that time to enjoy the success, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but you are dancing. So you really are going to celebrate all of these wonderful manifestations that are coming in for you as a direct result of your hard work. So enjoy the celebrations, Cap. And what have we got for our clarifier, Em?
Yes, for the last one, oh, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it couldn't be more
Wow.
resounding that there is lots of abundance heading your way. And the 12th house is about that transformation. So after all your hard labor, after all your balancing and trying to work out how you can get to that place of security through play and work, there is unexpected news coming through for you through this figure here, or perhaps it's something like a kind of inheritance or a windfall. But ultimately, this leads to that abundance you've been looking for. It's wellness and wealth and connection and success. So, what a great way to end this reading, Fran.
Yeah, really lovely. And in your 12th house of spirituality. So it suggests to me that you will be able to have this celebration. You'll be able to really get into the spirit of enjoyment through tapping into all of that good 12th house stuff. So spirituality, meditation, contemplation, reflection. Really lovely, Cap. What a reading. This is going to be hard to top.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Kathy, for joining us, and we'll see you at the next reading.